Hey everybody, welcome to GWN. It is time for another live stream. We're going to be live streaming some Dragon attacks tonight. Running War this weekend on Divergent Void, and we've got I think it's 11 Town Hall 8s and 4 Town Hall 7s. And generally speaking, I run a lot of the Town Hall 7 and Town Hall 8 attacks because that's where a lot of my alternate games are. So I will be running my my attacks here shortly, and I thought I would share them with you guys. Doesn't look like we have anybody on quite yet. We can go ahead and get started. There's certainly plenty of them to go, and who knows, maybe somebody will be sitting back watching this later on in replay. If you got any comments or questions, be sure to put them down below. I respond to all comments and questions. Please do subscribe to the channel. Help me build it up. Much appreciated. So, let's see what we got going on here. Switching over. We're on the Bunyip game right now. This is a Town Hall 7. Got dragons on it. So that's good. Let's see here. Well, it looks like they're attacking us. They're hitting the bottom first. Okay, we can do the same thing. I think we'll hit a little bit higher. I'm going to try to do the mirror thing for a bit here and leave a few for some others who may want to hop in as well. Trying to see if I've got any comments or anything coming in yet. Set up another page for that, and it doesn't seem to be working quite right. You guys don't mind, just give me a minute here to try to figure out what's going on. Right now I should be seeing my own stream, and it's not popped up yet. There we go. Alright, so pause just 1 minute here. Let's switch over the screens a bit. So the sound is sounding good. That's good to hear. Let me see if I can get the chat up on the screen. Funny thing, I scheduled the live stream and it set up a different one. Go figure. What is the purpose of setting up an actual live stream and scheduling the event if it's going to go and do its own thing? There we go. All right. So now you guys should be able to see the chat in the window. Let me know how the audio is. I'm going to go ahead and run the first attack. Let's take a look at this base. So yeah, this one's going to be pretty quick and simple. And he's only got the one, the 1 AD, so it's going to be pretty fast. I'm just going to cycle through a bunch of these. We'll do about maybe, I don't know, 10, 12 attacks, something like that. At Town Hall 7, generally speaking, you take 3 lightnings, and you drop 3 lightnings onto the air defense, which will wipe it out. Some of the lower level ones you can get away with too. In this case, I've got only level 3 lightnings, so I've got to use all 3 of them. From that point, you want to come in from preferably behind. There we go. Behind the air sweeper. And then you just kind of watch and let it do its thing. You don't usually have to worry a whole heck of a lot about what's going on with the clan castle, because the reality is It doesn't matter. Your dragons are more than enough to take care of the clan castle. You can drop your clan castle if you want to with something like this. It's not really necessary. It's a little overkill. That's okay. We'll let it happen. I will typically hold on to my Barbarian King. I turned the volume of the game down. Is it still too loud, Holt? Drop the Barbarian King down. Let him walk around a little bit while the dragons do their thing. Is that any better? So we don't want the volume of the game to overwhelm the recording. That wouldn't make a whole heck of a lot of sense now, would it? Alright, short, sweet, and simple. That was an easy 3-star. Next one up is the GWN account. So I'll tell you what we're going to do. We'll go ahead and request troops. And then we'll switch out here and flip over to the other account. Oh, great. Somebody attacked me while we were away. Now, GWN is one of my rush accounts. It's actually a level 1 defending Town Hall 8. So we'll go ahead and request those. So you're saying that the game audio is too quiet. Well, it's only supposed to be kind of in the background. I don't want it to be overwhelming. I guess probably the key thing is that you guys are able to hear me. Town Hall 8. Take 5 balloons and a free spell. I have found that that absolutely is the best way to go. 5 balloons and a free spell. You can take down just about any Town Hall 7 or Town Hall 8 game. So let's go ahead and take a look at this one. This is number 46. I almost feel guilty hitting some of these bases. So this one's got all 3 of their air defenses. So that's good. They're only level 4 though. So that's going to be pretty easy to take down. We'll end up zapping the one over here on the left. And then we'll come up from the bottom, hit that air sweeper and the other 2 air defenses. Probably drop a freeze right there on top of that mortar. And that should be more than enough to stop the air defenses from causing any kind of damage. Let's go ahead and attack this one. Everything is up and live. Yeah. Alright. Once again, I've only got level 3 lightning spells on this game. It's a relatively new game, so we'll do that. 1. Oh, wrong one. Oh, man. Live and on the air. Well, that is irritating. Nothing like dropping your spells wrong and blowing the attack. Well, we'll see what happens. Dragon attacks tend to be very forgiving, especially when you've got a relatively rushed base. So we might still be able to pull this one off as a 3-star. I'm feeling pretty good about it. I'm going to run that Barbarian King up the side, see if we can't keep those dragons on the inside of the base. Yeah, this will still be a 3. We got plenty of dragons left over. Not a problem. Matter of fact, I think I'll go ahead and pop his ability too. We'll just get a little more juice going here. These lower bases are not all that hard to do. And I mean, if you're running Town Hall 7, this is generally the way you're going to run most of your Dragon attacks, taking out one of the air defenses and then bringing the rest of them in after that against the other air defenses. The thing that makes it a little bit different either way is really the design of the base. And a lot of times what will happen, I'm going to go ahead and switch over to another game. A lot of times what will happen is that a player will design their base in such a way that it's more conducive to these kinds of attacks, I guess would be the right way to call it. So you need to analyze the base, kind of get a feel for what it is that that player has done so that you can decide what you want your vector to be. So let's see, this is the Clashmeister game, and it's supposed to take down 43. I think 43 is an 8, isn't it? Yeah, 43 is a Town Hall 8. So let's take a look at this. Alright, so we've got a Rush Town Hall 8, but he's not that Rush. He's got the level 5 air defenses. And he's got the bomb tower. We got level 3, now level 4 wizard towers. He's not that rushed. A little rushed on walls maybe, but that's about it. Did he actually max? Those are level 8, level 8. So yeah, I take it back. He's not rushed at all. He is a brand new level Town Hall 8. So taking a look at this one, you've got the 3 air defenses that are in a triangle. And that does make it a little bit more difficult because, again, we want to come in from behind the air sweeper if we can. So looking at how we're going to take this one, I think we'll zap this top one up here. Bring the balloons in from the left. And then come up from kind of the bottom of the base, that southeast corner, if you will. Why is it saying my stream is offline? I'm starting to think maybe we had a little bit of internet trouble there, but I think we're back. Okay. So let's go ahead and give this one a try. Start off with Zap. And these are level 4, so they will be very strong enough to do it. It's gone. Dragons from the bottom. We'll hold one back. Then we'll send in the balloons right about there. And we'll drop that other dragon there. I just wanted to hold them back to see how the dragon started to flow. Yeah, that didn't work. I did not take the clan castle into account properly there. Now we'll have to watch and see how this one goes. Let the Barbarian King start working on some stuff on the outside to keep those dragons in toward the middle. Still might be enough, but we won't know until we see what happens with that AD. 1 AD left up is all it takes to completely blow any dragon attack. And that's exactly what's going to happen here. This is just going to be a 2-star. Definitely picked the wrong direction to come at this one from. Not the first time, not the last. But we'll let it run its course. Maybe about a 75% 2-star, give or take. So there you have an example of how not to run it. Looks like the live stream is going up and down for some reason. Not sure what's going on there. I'll have to check it after we get done. Oops. Don't nobody want to see that, right? Yeah, at least the dragons are working their way around. There's only, what, one more defense that could possibly take them out. If they can get that archer tower, we'll sneak a higher percentage out. I still don't think we're going to get to 3, though, because there's an awful lot of buildings for them to go through in the next 30 seconds. Especially when that one dragon's almost dead. And down he goes. Nope, this is going to be a high 92. Darn. But that's okay. We'll come back with another one of the games and hit it again. It is technically a Town Hall 8. You got a few extra buildings. Sometimes that's how it works out. Oh no! Oh, are we going to get it? We still pulled it off. Awesome. Yeah, a little bit of snow on the court. I can't complain about that. Let's go ahead and transition out. Jump over to another one of the games. We'll bring up Calavictus now. It's another Town Hall 7 max game. I don't know if it's going to be able to do anything with this. Another one that got taken down. But the clan castle's full because it was asleep. So we're good to go anyway. So Calavictus needs to go after number 42, which is another Town Hall 8. Let's see what we got with this one. This one has level 6 ADs. This is not going to work out so hot. Town Hall 7 troops are really not strong enough to deal with level 6 ADs. So we can take out one of the ADs, but the other one will surely get us. So to be honest, I mean, if you're going for a 2-star, you can do it. But that is about it. Unfortunately, a base like this is not going to give a 3-star to a Town Hall 7. He's just too far along. Even though he's rushed with his walls, those ADs are the problem. So we'll probably dip on this one with one of the other Town Hall 8s instead of hitting it with that one. We got a few people watching. If you guys see the chat on the side of the screen there, feel free to type in comments or questions you might have. Let me know how this is coming across. I've seen some bouncing going on here. Looks like maybe the stream went up and down a couple of times. Don't know what's up with that. So definitely like to know if everything's working okay. In the meantime, what do you say we take a look at another one? Let's see who's not going to attack most likely. I think Delva is not going to be getting in. Let's take a look at 45. Hey, Rapid. There's a few second delay between what you type and what comes across the broadcast, so just to let you know. So yeah, here we go. This is another one. Pretty typical Town Hall 7. But the layout of those ADs is not very good for defending against a dragon attack. And I'll tell you why. I can zap one, and then I can come at one that's right on the edge pretty quick and easy. And I've got a couple of ways I could do this. I could loose 5 dragons on the top and the bottom and zap the one in the middle. I could zap the AD at the top or the bottom and then send in balloons on the other one and use dragons for the rest. Or what I'm going to actually do is send the dragons and the balloons in on the bottom, zap the topmost AD, and let them get that one in the middle. So let's see if that'll work. We got our full troops. We'll zap the top AD. Remember, at Town Hall 7, you guys have to run all 3 of your lightning spells. Always check the corners. There goes the balloons. We'll let them work on that a little bit. See if we can do anything about that AD or that air sweeper over there. Second AD goes down to the dragons. The balloons did their thing. Barbarian King takes care of that air sweeper, and now we just let the dragons work their way through. They are just punching their way right through the base. This one will be a fairly easy 3. And this is what you see most of the time on Town Hall 7. Because Town Hall 7 is really not a difficult one to 3 with dragons. I mean, even level 1 dragons can usually get a 3-star against the typical Town Hall 7. Maybe not a fully maxed Town Hall 7, but even then it depends on the base design. If it's got the air defenses set up the way I was talking with this one, then you're going to see an easier 3-star. There we go. So Calavictus is done. Clashmeister is done. Bunyip, GWN. Believe it or not, this is actually how I do this every time we run a war. I just go right through my accounts. So we're going to transition out for a moment here while I change over to another account. Let's move up to Nox Larua. That's a Town Hall 8 account. So Nox Larua is one of the Rush Town Hall 8 accounts that I have. And it's come along really nicely from a hyper rush state that it was in. I've managed to max up a lot of stuff. Yeah, Rapid, I seem to be noticing the stream drop out every once in a while. I'm not sure what's going on with that. I'm guessing the internet is not being cooperative today. We didn't have this problem when I was running the War Robot stream on Friday, so go figure. We'll see. Hopefully it'll kind of even out and we won't get as many dropouts. Maybe it's just a transitional thing. Hey, Olman. Olman Alejandro Canales. I'm going to guess you go by Olman. How are you? And Gugus, Rapid, Holt. How many people we got on right now with us? Oh, just 4 people so far. Okay. So, like I said, we've got a Town Hall 8 here. We got our balloons, our spells, and our dragons. Let me see here. Nox Larua is 38. I'm just running mirrors. Un poco. Not enough to be able to speak it. I'm sorry. I studied it in college, but I did not retain enough because I didn't use as much as I would have liked to. One of these days I'll get back to speaking more Spanish. Lo siento. Okay, so 38. Okay, here we have a fairly typical Town Hall 8. The positioning of the air sweeper makes it a little more complicated. It's got both of these 2 ADs covered over here. And again, I prefer to come in from behind, but when you can't come in from behind, sometimes it makes sense to come from the side. So maybe we'll try zapping that one and then coming up from the bottom at these 2. And I'll drop the CC somewhere over in this area. We should be able to take care of the clan castle before it gets down to the balloons. Alright, let's give this a try. At Town Hall 8, a level 5 lightning spell is all you need to take out. 2 of them to take out a level 6 air defense. There you can see the level 6 air defense is gone. Now we send in the dragons. I'll hold one back. I'm just going to wait a little bit for that clan castle to open up. Probably has a dragon in it. And there we go with the balloons. We'll freeze that dragon, we'll freeze that air defense, and drop the poison spell on it there to help out a little bit. Down goes that second AD. I'm going to put the dragon over here that I held back. This one didn't go as well. We lost a lot of dragons on this one, so I'm thinking this is probably going to be a 2-star. Maybe even just a 1-star, depending on how long that dragon survives in the middle. So one of the nice things about having as many different games as I do, I can actually hit bases multiple times. If one doesn't work, I can just go back and hit it from a different angle. And like maybe on this one, I'll zap the bottom and come from the top if this doesn't yield a 3-star. Pop the ability. I think we're going to get the 3-star though. We got just enough dragons left over, and those balloons managed to live long enough to be able to do a lot of tanking. For what it's worth, this really is the best combination as I've seen it. In Town Hall 8, when they changed the lightning spells, that just changed the whole game. You should always try to check your corners if you can, and knock on wood, take out any of those errant builder huts that they stick in the corners. And down goes the last builder hut for the 3-star. The stream is not working out very good. I may end up having to just upload this recording separate from the stream. Alright, so that was Nox Larua. And next up is Nouveau Clasher. So we will switch out. Moving over to Nouveau Clasher. Takes just a second or two to do this. Sorry about the delay, guys. But the system we have is much better than it used to be, that's for sure. What we used to have to deal with was definitely no fun. Alright, so here we are on Nouveau Clasher, another Town Hall 8. This one's a little bit further along. Still got a few things to upgrade, but it's got enough. I always upgrade the air defenses first when I get to Town Hall 7 and Town Hall 8. Obviously, that's where most of the attacks are going to come, so especially now with the strength and lightning spell. Nouveau Clasher is number 36. Now we're starting to get up to the point that we're not going to be able to run many more. We'll be running out of Town Hall 8s here and start hitting Town Hall 9s in a few. So let's take a look at this. See what we got. This is he maxed or near maxed? I think he's maxed. Yep, this is a max Town Hall 8. So this one's going to be a little bit tougher to take down with dragons. And it looks like the quality of our live stream is starting to slip a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and pause mine so that hopefully if it's what's causing the problem. It shouldn't be, because obviously the live stream comes out over the upstream bandwidth, but just in case, we'll go ahead and pause that one. Hopefully, again, whatever's causing the issues will clear up, but I'll post a video of this later on. I'll just convert it over to an MP4 and send it up and put it into the video folder along with all the other videos. So, taking a look at this Town Hall 8. I think I'm going to come at him from the top. That brings me in behind the air sweeper, which is pointing downward. Not a smart way to go. Zap and take this one out. see if I can't get the balloons to come down more toward the middle. I think this one's going to be a kind of tight one. Let's go ahead and give it a try. Okay, so there's that. Let the dragons get in just a little bit ahead of where the balloons will be, and down it goes. Now he comes. Let the poison deal with him. Oh no, the balloons went the wrong way. That's not good. Will the dragons turn and take out that air defense? I hope so. Oh, they got it just in time. Awesome. That is awesome sauce. This should be a 3-star. We'll have to watch. Dragons continue working their way down. Hey, Chris. Synth. Yeah, I do a lot of Go Weavas at Town Hall 8. Usually I would do that against a lot of these max Town Hall 8s, but today I'm focused on dragons. Most Town Hall 8s you can take down, even max you can take down with a dragon attack now, with the double lightning spell being strengthened to be able to take out the level 6 defense, air defense. So it's usually not a problem. Irish Hunter. Am I going to win this war by myself? No, I've only got about 25 games in this war. You guys have to do that. I can take your attack, though, Rapid, knock out your lower one. Let's see here. Another 3-star. We'll go ahead and request some more balloons. And then I'm going to switch over to... which one's next? Upepo Usiko. Upepo Usiku. All of my games are named in different languages. Usually they have the word knight in them somewhere. How many accounts do I have? Altogether, I have 31 or 32, something like that. I've got a few of them over on the Army of One ... clan. It's kind of a holding clan that we use, if you will. And then I've got the other ones over here on the Divergent Void clan at the moment. Speaking of which, I'm going to sign into one of my accounts real quick here and give myself some balloons. Has the picture cleared up out there, guys? I know we were having some problems before with dropouts and such. There we go. Alright, so Upepo. That is number 35 in the lineup. What's going on with number 35? Another Town Hall 8, probably max. Yep. Is that the same design? No, it's different. Okay. Sometimes you get against somebody who runs the same design on multiple bases like that if they got multiple games. Don't know. AI, I don't understand. I'm glad to hear the sound is better. I've got the mic closer. We were running sound on Friday, me and Wolf, and I didn't quite have it to where we could both talk into it. So this one is just me and is closer up to my mouth, which means that you can hear me. But don't know E-Team disconnects but getting there. I don't know what that means. And Chris, later on tonight, I'll move some of the games over later on tonight after I get done with the live stream. I've got to move Clashmeister and Calavictus back over after they run their last attacks, and then there'll be room. Lame has to join as well. Lame Kaiser Soze is going to pop over and he's going to run an attack as well. So take a look at this base. We've got, again, the triangle shape for the 3 air defenses, but the air sweeper is up at the top pointing down at 2 of them. I would have probably moved that around so it's pointing more into an angle rather than straight down. If I can get the dragons to go straight down from the top of this base, I'll be able to hit those pretty well. Yeah, is the stream still disconnecting? I don't know why it's doing that. I don't think it's my internet connection, but I have a better video of it I'll upload later on in the live stream a tool that I'm using. It's creating a video as well. So let's see how this one works out. We're going to zap the bottom AD. Two level 5s on a level 6 takes it down. And I'm gonna put them over there, I think. And we're gonna drop another dragon over here as well. Let them deal with that, and there we go. See if I can't tick off some dragons and balloons on the one side. Get them in a little bit faster. They're taking their time. Come on, boys. Okay, last AD's down, but we only got, what, 5 dragons left? That's not good. Definitely tighter than I like it. I'll have to run some tests here in an hour or so after I get done with the attacks. We'll see if there is anything going on with my internet. It's working fine Friday night. I think we're looking at another 3-star here, guys. I'm going to pop the ability and take out his king a little bit quicker. So Rapid, when are you going to run your attacks, man? You run them while I've got them on the live stream. I can go ahead and show them. Here we go, just like that. And you guys can't see it, but I've got a list here that I'm checking off as I go down the line. Oops, forgot to transition. Shh, you guys didn't see that. Let's see, who's next? Natty Luft. Oh, Natty Luft needs some troops too. Alright, I'll send you another invite here in a little bit, Chris. Sitting here cooking balloons and free spells on the side as I'm playing. Trying to get them cranked out as quick as I can. Okay, Natty Luft is 34. Number 34. Namitas. Huh, is this an Indian clan? Now let's scout that one first. Okay, again, 2 air defenses side by side, pretty close to the edge there. I just got to make it through the 1 storage. So that wouldn't be too bad. But he's got his blower over here, which is pointing on both of them. That could be a little bit of a challenge. But I can probably rage him down from the top to get this one and run the balloons over towards this one. So we'll zap the bottommost and then drop the dragons across the top, and we'll see what happens. Sometimes people call these dragon attacks spam, but they're not. It's not like the old days where you could just throw down a bunch of dragons and, you know, you would get a 3-star. You got to actually think about it a little bit. Almost wishing I put that free spell on the right side instead of the left. It worked out. Are we zoomed in enough that you guys can see the action and what's going on? One of the dragons is working his way all the way around. See if we can't move them back into the middle again. Drop that Barbarian King down there to take out a couple of things ahead of them. You ever notice your dragons are moving off to the sides? That's usually a good time to send in the Barbarian King. You see how that happened? I took out that army camp and they moved up towards the spell factory, and then the next thing took them back into the middle, which is where I wanted them, because that's where the tightest knit of high hit point buildings are located. So that gives them an opportunity to take out the big stuff. Barbarian King can take out some of the small stuff and attract some of the attention while they work their way over again. So we have 4 dragons left. They're not under any real pressure here. I mean, yeah, there's an archer tower, but that archer tower isn't going to do a whole heck of a lot to 4 dragons. So we'll have another 3-star fairly easily. Like I said, my hope is that some people that are either newer to Town Hall 7 and Town Hall 8, or still kind of working your way through the dragon attacks, can watch some of these and get a good idea for how to run these dragon attacks in a war to be successful. You know, obviously this works elsewhere as well. Uh-oh, Rapido. So let's see how it goes. You're live on the live stream, Rapid. Yeah, I'm going to come in from the top. All right. Another way to do it, a lot of people run their Town Hall 7 attacks using 3 rage spells. And just rage everybody in. If you rage them in, they've got enough power that they can usually take out most of the air defenses. Just depends on the positioning. That one to the far lower right could be too far away. But he's got another rage spell, so he'll be able to rage right into it, and that won't be a problem. Proper spell placement. Always about the spell placement. I like using the lightnings myself, but both of them work perfectly well. As you can see here, Rapid is taking them out. I like getting out early on one of these and knocking out the points as fast as we can. My mini just went to Town Hall 7. Ah, cool. I love my dragons. I live for my dragons. Let's see. Clash Nut is up next. Let's go ahead and hop over to Clash Nut. Am I going to attack with my Nocterra account? No, not today. I'll do that tomorrow. I don't usually do my Town Hall 12 attack until much later. Let's see how Shadow Zeal does. He's a new player. Oh, he's got dragons. Good for you, Zeal. You got your dragons finally. A little collateral damage from the lightning spells. That never hurts. He probably has no idea he's on the live stream. Haha. Well, I'll tell you, at Town Hall 8, for the longest time, we couldn't do anything with dragons. I mean, it was the pits. A lot of Town Hall 8 attacks were really 2-stars. And I guess that's okay. You know, you had to use things like Go Wipe and Go Weeva and so forth. But personally, I really wanted to use my dragons further into Town Hall 8. But when they redid the lightning spells a few updates back here, that was it, man. I mean, 2 level 5 lightning spells can take out a level 6 AD. That was awesome. At that point, you know, dragons were back. And what's cool is it wasn't just a Town Hall 8 either. Town Hall 9, Town Hall 10. Excuse me. It's the same thing up the higher levels as well. Say if we have time here, I'll break out one of the Town Hall 9s and do an attack on a couple of those lower Town Hall 9s that they've got. They've got a couple of Town Hall 9s that are lined up with our Town Hall 8s. Actually, they got 5 of them. We're almost there. Clashifer, Cyclone, Ziggy, Verum Noctis, and Kame Warrior are all against Town Hall 9s. And I don't think any of them can take them. Look at all those dragons. That poor Elixir Collector didn't stand a chance. I tell you, if they could fix the matchmaker, I would love to just run Town Hall 7 and 8 wars. Gosh, that would be great. Maybe under the new Clan War Leagues we can do that. We'll try doing that over on Army of One. I'll see if I can't run some over there. So we just got the 2 bottommost ones left now. Who was 42? Ah, okay, that was a Town Hall 42 and 43. So I can hit them with some Town Hall 8 attacks. Maybe we'll dip with Clashifer and Cyclone on those 2. Do another switch. Move up to Clash. This is Clash Nut. Did I run my attack? No, I didn't run my attack. I got distracted. I didn't even run my attack. So Clash Nut's on 33. Daggone it, Zeal, you distracted me, and I was going to change accounts and not even run my attack. Boy, this base looks familiar. Yeah, this base looks real familiar. So obviously this is somebody that's got multiple accounts, or maybe maybe they got multiple players using the same base. Well, you know, I'm not one to mess around with what works. Let's see if it'll work a second time. I may have 30 accounts, but they've all got different bases. And they've got different bases, whether it's for war or it's on the home village. See if we can't rage those guys down a little bit. Watch this. We freeze the dragon from the clan castle. There goes that one sneaking around the side again. Ninja of Colossi. I see, that's interesting. There's something about this base's design that sends a couple of the dragons around that lower, well, around the left side of the base, that southwest side of the base. So we'll do the same thing again. We'll drop the Barbarian King down there to take out that army camp. And that should drive the dragon back into the middle. Yes, indeed it do. I dropped one off on the far right side this time. A little bit different. Okay. And another 3-star. I mean, if you're a clan and you come in and you see this happening like in the first hour of a war, a lot of clans, they just get totally discouraged. Now we will transition over to another account. I think it's time to bring up Clashifer. There we go. This was a Clashifer Hyper Rush project, and now it's basically a Max Town Hall 8 except for walls. I think it's got some like some bombs and stuff, maybe. Yeah, spring traps. Spring traps are getting done now. So let's take a look at 42. .42 was just a little too strong, I thought, for a Town Hall 7. The reason was because these two ADs, well, all three of them really, they're level 6 ADs. Town Hall 7 dragons, they're just not going to make it here. They're just level 2 dragons, so I didn't want to take them. But I think we'll try Zap and then bring them down from the top. Just lay them out on one of these each, and that should do it. We'll see if they've got what it takes. What's going to redirect them? Well, the hit points are fairly even. We're going to lose one dragon on the right side to that. Ooh, that was tough. We're going to lose one dragon on the right side to that storage. I'm definitely going to drop the rage this time. Love it when the clan castle troops stop right by the ADs. Oh boy, that's bad. Yep, that's bad. We're going to have an AD survive. Can we get the Barbarian King in to take that out before it wipes us out? That one AD is all it will take. If we can't get that taken out, this attack is going to be a 2-star. Alright. We might be able to get the 3-star. Cases like that where the dragons don't go where you want them to go, make sure you have your Barbarian King at the ready. Barbarian King is usually not needed on most of these dragon attacks to successfully complete the attack, but I like to hold them back. And that way I've got them to send in a little bit later on say, a case like that where, you know, one AD managed to survive. As we got going on here, 4 corners are cleared, so all we got left is that bottom corner. Assuming we survive long enough to take out that archer tower, which we should. Yeah. Oh, now it's just a race against the clock. We got a minute to go, 2 dragons left, and some lower hit point buildings, plus the one in the gold storage. Shouldn't be too hard to do. That'll knock out one of Clashifer's attacks. Bingo. I try to get about half of the bases done the night before so that I can just do cleanups and such the next day. Okay, we got 37 to 41 minus 38. Let's see who's left up here. Don't want to step on anybody's toes. So Mac, Baboon, Mac. Zeal had 41, but I don't think he can take 41 with his level 1 dragons. So I think we're going to let Cyclone hop in and take that one. So But let's move on to another account. Another one that got hit. So we'll go ahead and request troops again. Oh, a couple of balloons survived. Alright, so let's see what we got going on with 41. Mahi. Is he a fish or is he Hawaiian? Okay, so we have the air sweeper here. Taking a look at the middle of this. And he's got two of them covered, but we can come up from behind him and the bottom to get this one. This one, of course, is open season. And that just leaves this one to get zapped by the lightning spell. Things that could derail it. Storages. High hit point structures could be a problem for us over here. To a degree that if our dragons get lost over here in these three high hit point structures, we could have issues. So we're gonna have to we're gonna send them more over to the left to get past that. Oh, let's look at the range of the clan castle. So the ones in the middle should trip the clan castle first. Then we'll drop our clan castle on the left or the right, depending upon how the dragons spread. All right. So let's give this a spin. Take out the topmost one first. These are level 5 ADs, so no real problem there. In the middle. And we're going to watch to decide where to drop our clan castle. Where are the dragons going to work their way to? I'm going to put the clan castle over here on the right. I got a sneaking suspicion we're not going to have as much power over there. We'll freeze that one on the left. Yep, it looks like I was right too. Again, plenty of skill involved in these attacks, no matter what anybody says. You got to be able to predict the AI's movements. That, of course, is the nature of any attack in Clash of Clans, whether it's builder base, multiplayer, standard, or clan war. You'll notice I haven't deployed my Barbarian King yet. Fact is, he's not even needed for this attack. Putting him down is literally just a matter of speeding it up because we don't want to take as much time. You know, a minute and a half in, and basically we're done. There it is. It's that Cyclone. Alright, so we still have a few Town Hall 8s. Oh, Turkleton's attacking. This will be a Town Hall 9 attack. Let's see how he does. So we got golems, lava hounds. That's a Golaloon. You don't see many Golaloons these days. Are loons always the best troops for dragon attacks? At Town Hall 7 and Town Hall 8, I think so. At Town Hall 9, when you're running a dragon attack, though, it kind of depends. It depends, in my opinion, on the way the ADs are laid out. But a lot of times at Town Hall 9, because you can actually take 4 lightning spells, I prefer to use the 30-unit clan castle to take an Electro Dragon. Electro Dragon can do a lot of damage. Golaloon with bowlers in the CC. know about this one. This is going to be close. Got a minute and a half left and a bunch of balloons. Yeah, I think he's got this one. Too bad that last hound didn't pop. And a couple of back end balloons over on the side here to take things down. You can see those edge buildings are going away. And the balloons begin to coalesce back into the middle. Poor Lava Hound. There ain't anything he can do for us. Sweet. 3-star for Town Hall 9 on for Turkleton there. I think I'm going to take a minute and fill some troops on some clan castles. Obviously, I've got multiple devices going. Anybody have any other questions? I'm taking a minute here to fill some troops. Not seeing any questions, so I guess not. Or maybe it's just a delay. Has the stream started working better, guys? Is it cleared up? Get that cooking. Let's see what we got here. 37, 39, 40... Who has those? I know Mac likes running his, so I think I'm going to leave those for those guys to run. Let's take a look at a Town Hall 9 Dragon attack. Thanks, Wolf. Is the audio from the game pretty good as well? It's not too loud, not too quiet as the attacks are running over my voice. Thank you, Teresa. All right. So here I got dragons on a Town Hall 9. And I've got balloons in there. Now, who do I want to hit? It's a Town Hall 9. So 28 and down are all Town Hall 8. So any one of those is a suitable victim. You're looking for an air attack, check out the expos to see if they're ground and air. If they're ground and air, then move on. You can do a dragon attack even though the expos are set to ground and air, but it's much easier if they're set to ground. See, both of those are set to ground. That means I won't have to deal with them. They basically don't exist for me. All four, nope, 3 of the air defenses are level 6. And one of them is a level 5. He does have that, though. You see, the nice thing, 29. The nice thing about Town Hall 9, I can carry 4 double zappers. So I got 4 of my lightning spells. So that means I'll be able to take out 2 of his ADs. And because the way that base is designed, I might be able to take out 1 of his air sweepers as well. So what I'm going to do, I almost would rather do this with Go Weeva because he's running a Taylor base. You stopped playing at level 11 because you had to do something. So this base design here is called the Taylor base. It's a Town Hall 9 base, was popular a number of years ago. And for some reason, it's made a real resurgence lately. I don't know why people are using this so much, because it is so easy to beat that it's ridiculous. All you've got to do is go at it with a Go Weeva and some Hog Riders in the Clan Castle. You could use a Gohova or a Gohowi or whatever, but all you got to do is Quake the 3 walls right down there, and 4 Quake spells will take out all 3 of those walls, let you straight into the middle of the base as well as the 2 sides. From there, you drop some heal spells to keep your Valkyries alive. Your Hogs go through. They'll, if you drop the heal spells in the right place, they'll be able to survive the giant bombs. It's just ridiculously easy. And I think, I don't know, but I think I can take this one down using dragons. We'll see how it goes. So let's start off by taking out these 2 ADs. Two level 6 lightning spells can take out a level 7 AD, so these are no problem. Now if I can hit this just right. Yes! Got the air sweeper as well. Nice. Okay. You have a little bit of trouble with that archer queen over there. She's going to draw the dragons in. The balloons can go in toward the middle. I really wanted that clan castle to come out. Oh, he's got a electro dragon. Great. That's no fun. That's going to be a problem. I don't think this one's going to be a 3, but we'll see. You need to keep the dragons focused on the middle, so I'm going to drop that Barbarian King over to the side there. He'll be sacrificed to the Expo, but we got to keep him in the middle in order to get to that Town Hall. Yep, this is going to be a 2-star. Well, heck. Now you can see what an Electro Dragon does in the clan castle. That's all right. I'll come back at this one later on with a Town Hall 9 that's running Valkyries, and I'll pick up that 3rd star. Let the dragons finish up here. 35 seconds ain't gonna get a whole lot more done. This is when you wish you had a button you could press to say finish faster. Usually I just exit out of the game, go back in. Can't do that during a live stream though. I don't want to turn the game up too loud, because then it'll overpower my voice. It's actually pretty loud here. Now this time, let's give me an Electro Dragon. There we go. So 29 didn't go so hot. We still got 28, 30, and 31 and 2. Let's take a look at 32. Okay, 32 is rushed. A lot. He has 1, 2, 3, 4, 3 level 5 and 1 level 2 air defense. We've got 1 expo. Nope, there's the other one. 2 expos. Are they both pointed up, or is one up and one down? Yeah, they're both up. So zap, the bottom 2 left ADs come down from the top with the dragons, a little bit off to the right with the Clan Castle Electro Dragon. Or maybe I had to come from the left. Yeah, I got to come from the left over there where that barracks is. All right. Let's see how this one goes. Can they get in quick enough? Let's freeze that AD. Get that out of the mix. Drop the poison on our dragon from the CC. There goes the second expo. Now this is the thing about the Electro Dragon. Once he gets in with a knot of other dragons like that, he usually becomes something bordering on useless. And the reason for that is because the other dragons have got far more firepower that works far more quickly and takes out just about everything before he even has a chance to fire. It's because he's so slow. He takes so long to get off his electricity that the other dragons manage to take out whatever's around him. So what's nice is when he splits off like he just did there, now he'll get a couple of shots off. And that chain lightning is awesome. And yes, you'll notice I ran that one without my heroes. Because it was a fairly rushed base, I didn't need my heroes. So not bad. Now the question is, do we want to run any more dragon attacks? What do we got left here? 28 and on. Let's look at 31. What's going on with 31? Ground and air. Who's attacking? Oh, Turkleton's running his second attack. Go Hoey or go Weeho. He's coming in with golems to tank. Wizards working on outside buildings and the walls, and then he'll send in the Hog Riders to let them do mass destruction. And golems work their way into the base. If they can attract the attention of those expos. There we go. Now would be the time to send in the hogs, and there they are. A lot happening on the screen in different places, so trying to zoom in so you can see. A little 2 for the price of 1. Dragon attacks and some Town Hall 9 attacks as well. God, look at all those Hog Riders. As long as they don't find a giant bomb. And one little wizard down in the corner there taking care of business. And now everybody goes over to the corner. I think the wizard's going to get it first. Yep. And another 3 stars. Let's take a look at 30. 30 is rushed. Let's see here. Expo is set to ground and air. You only got the 1? It looks like he's just got the 1 Expo. He does have a level 7 air defense. We'll have to take that down. Level 6 Archer Queen, 11 Barbarian King. Air Sweeper's pointing in from the right. I'm not sure how to take this one with dragons. Don't think we can do it with the Town Hall 8 though. So we've got 1/3 of the stars, 50 stars out of 150. And we did that with 17 attacks. It's not a bad first couple of hours of a war, I don't think. And the stream's been going on for 1 hour and 18 minutes. So not too bad. Pretty fast for the first 90 minutes of a war. Okay, so let's see what we can do here. Do I have another game with some dragons that we can play with? A game with dragons that's actually on here. Grumpy Old Man has dragons and he's Town Hall 9. He's got balloons. It's alright. I think we can work with that. Let's take a look at 31 and 32 and 30 again. Probably want to come down from the top on this. That's got that level 7 AD up there. The clan castle on the outside is going to wait till the end. I don't like that. So we'd have to come down from the top on this one, but that's kind of weird. It's just a weird base. I think I want the Electro Dragon for that one. This one would be best to come from the right because you can come from behind both of the air sweepers. But coming from the right, we can only get the 1 air defense quickly. Well, let's give it a try anyway. Ooh, that's interesting. I like it. That definitely made this a much, much more interesting attack. Having those just a little bit too close lets us take out 3 of them at one time. And another Electro Dragon. That's just wonderful. That is not what I wanted to see. That means we're not going to be able to get into that AD. This is going to be a 1-star. Again, it happens. Sometimes dragons go to the sides rather than going straight in. And when they do that, you don't get that air defense. And that's a bummer because we managed to take out 3 air defenses for the price of 2. It's a real bummer. I thought we had that one. Oh well. Now, Rapid, you can see why I like taking Electro Dragons into these battles at Town Hall 9 more than taking balloons. And everybody that wants to see the attacks where things don't go right, well, there you go. You can see an attack where things did not go right again. 75% 1-star. Dang. I might actually try that again, though. $29 and $30 both. $28 is far enough along. I don't know if I want to mess with that one. Expo set to air again. That one's got full strength air defenses, level 17 Archer Queen and 14 Barbarian King. I think he's better for a ground attack. Same thing there. So I think we've hit the limits of what we can do with dragons on these Town Hall 9s. $27 and $28 are maybes, but no, I don't like those for dragon attacks. The way the buildings are clustered and the breakout of the various high hit point defense or structures, those are not the kinds I would go after with dragons. Obviously, if I had all Electro Dragons, I could take them down quickly. There's no question about that. The buildings are so close to each other. But we're talking about Town Hall 7, 8, and 9 attacks here. So that might be it for this one, guys. The other bases they've got to be attacked, easily taken down using dragons again. In this one, take a look at how the air sweeper points up and crosses over just the 1 air defense. Not a problem. You take out the 1 air defense with your lightning spell, and then you drop, say, yeah, I'll say about 3 right over here of your dragons to go after this one. And then maybe here you drop 4 of them, and then here you drop the remaining ones, and send in your air balloons, or your balloons right over here, about where this camp is from the clan castle. That'll take those down pretty swiftly. We already got that one. This one, he's got his air sweeper blowing against 2 of them, but really only impacting the 1. So you can take this from a couple of angles. On the one hand, you can drop 3 lightnings over here and probably get the air sweeper at the same time, and then just sweep in from the southwest face with all of your dragons. My inclination, though, would be to drop 2 lightning spells on that to take it out, and then bring my dragons in from over here along this corner, if you will, with the balloons and the clan castle coming in right behind that barracks. And then when they get to right about the middle-ish of the path, in that vicinity there, I would drop the rage spell. Now obviously about the same time you're going to have the dragon come out. When the dragon comes out of their clan castle, or whatever he's got in that clan castle, it's probably a dragon and a balloon. That's what they seem to be using. But when the troops come out, that's when you would drop your poison spell. And in this case, I would probably hold off on the freeze. You're probably going to need to drop your freeze on that air defense up at the top, simply because the dragons are going to be fighting with the clan castle troops up in that vicinity and coming under fire from the air defense. Plus, of course, they've got to chew through that high hit point structure in the elixir storage. Taking a look at this one, a lot of people like to do these kind of tic-tac-toe bases. They think that it makes it more difficult. It doesn't. You can just sweep up from the bottom on this one. So double zap on the air defense at the top, and then just bring your dragons in down here from behind that air sweeper. They'll take out the air sweeper, they'll take out these high hit point structures, and depending upon how they spread, they may not come under fire until they're already chewing on these. At that point, you can drop a freeze, drop your poison to take care of the clan castle troops. You should be able to take this one out using dragons doing that. That's number 40. I think that was the last one. Yep. All right, so guys, that's it for my live stream tonight, I'm afraid. I've chewed through them a lot quicker than I thought I would. So I'm going to go ahead and sign off now. We'll take a look at how the recording comes out, and I will get up another version of this here in a little bit. Thanks a lot for sticking around towards the end here and hanging out with me. You all take care and keep on clashing. Bye-bye now.